Welcome back to the channel, and today we are catching crappie on Nolin Lake, and this is the very first time I had ever fished Nolin Lake. I think I'd been on it twice whenever I was a young child, probably even before I was a teenager. I went with some friends and we'd swam and done some inner tubing boat stuff on Nolin, but I had never had my boat on Nolin, nor had I ever fished Nolin. And for Kenny, this was, I believe this was the first time he'd ever crappie fished Nolin. I think he'd had some bass tournaments on Nolin, but I believe it's the first time that he had ever crappie fished Nolin. And what brought us to Nolin Lake was the Kentucky, or the Crappie Masters Kentucky State Club. And they had their, I think it was the first, yeah, this was the first tournament of the season there on Nolin Lake. So we went the day before the tournament, and we just went out there and started practicing and looking for fish. And man, we had a ball. Nolin, great fishery. It is stacked full of good 10 to 11 inch fish, and I've been told that they've got some even bigger fish, but I guess we found some that were there right at a pound. I don't know if we might have caught one or two that was right over a pound. We didn't catch any like real big ones, but we also didn't catch a whole lot of really small fish. I think the limit was maybe a 9-inch fish on Nolin. And I'll be honest with you, we didn't, for the day of the tournament, which is the day after this footage, I told Kenny, I said, we're not even going to put it in the boat if it's under 10 inches, because we just caught so many 10 plus inch fish in practice, which is what you're seeing here. You're seeing footage from our practice. And even though it's not raining there, this is one of the very few times during the 2 days, the Friday practice day and the tournament on Saturday, that it did not rain. But we was able to capitalize and get a little bit of footage in while it wasn't raining. We went in. We didn't really know. We felt like, needed probably seven pounds to be in contention for it. Really didn't know what to expect, just being the first time. And we thought that we had found some good fish for the tournament. And whenever the tournament day started, we started off with, I think we had a limit pretty quick, but I hooked into a good one, and I believe I broke off. Always retie your leaders and make sure that everything is tied up really good. And I neglected to do that. We had fished in the rain all day on Friday and getting up to it pouring down rain on Saturday, and I just had not had time to tie everything up. I wasn't able to make time. I'm sure I should have, and lesson learned. But anyway, the very first good bite I had, I pulled into it and broke the jig off. So trying not to get spun out, but the fish that we had saw on a couple piles that we had left weren't there whenever we got there for the tournament day. But we just kind of grinded it out. I mean, we ended up probably catching 150 to 200 fish on tournament day, as you can see here in practice. I mean, it's just a ton of fish sitting on these piles, and we just felt like that the more fish we put in the boat, the better opportunity we had. And we were fishing. We marked several brush piles, and there were several of them that we felt like, they've only got 10-inch fish, and we felt like some of the other ones might have had bigger fish. So we tried to just fish the ones that had bigger fish. And I think the tournament started at 7 Central Time, and lines had to be out of the water by 3 Central Time. So our game plan, we just kept fishing, and when really probably along about 1 o'clock, we said, let's just start fishing new stuff. So we just went back to looking and side scanning. We side scanned a stump, and we pull up on the stump, and Kenny pitches his out. I pitch right behind him, and boom, he's got a fish on. and we had netted like all of these fish all day, and he boat flips his, and he's like, oh, I boat flipped it, and it's probably going to end up being one that we're going to weigh. And as he's getting that one and culling a fish out, I ended up hooking one, and I boat flip it, and we actually made 2 culls off of that stump, probably around maybe 1:30 or 2 o'clock, and we continued fishing hard, just finding new stuff. I actually found a brush pile that looked like it had some pretty good fish on it, with I think 5 minutes left to fish, and I think I did catch one crappie off of it, but it didn't cull anything, and the wind really started picking up, so we didn't get to capitalize on it. But we went in and weighed. We can only weigh what we had caught, and we were happy to have, when it all shook out, we ended up placing 3rd, and we were just elated to have been able to come out and place 3rd. A ton of good anglers in the tournament, and with it being the first time we'd ever fished, first time I'd crappie fished Nolin. I think it was the first time Kenny had crappie fished Nolin. To come out with 3rd, we were very happy. We were out of 2nd by 5/100ths of a pound, if I remember correctly, and the team that won, they had, I believe, like 6.8 something, and I think we had 6.05. So they had about over 7.5 tenths heavier bag than what we had. But we were tickled with what we had, and happy to cut a check and make it out of there. So, like I said, you can see Nolin is just, these brush piles are stacked full, and this one here is particularly 17 feet, but we caught fish anywhere from 8 feet down to like 22 feet. But I was using the Lew's Pro Target 7-footer most of the day, and I was using, I believe it's Blue Glimmer. I'm trying to think, kind of drawing a blank what it was called, but it was a Strike King bait, and was really able to capitalize on these fish. But we're on Dale this week. I've just been fishing. I ain't really had time to do much filming or anything. Just been fishing, but we were on Dale this week, and we were tickled to death. We ended up pulling out 2nd on it. I've got a little bit of Livescope footage. The GoPro kind of messed up on me, and it deleted some of the footage of that. So I'll work on trying to get that out to you this next week, and we'll just keep trying to get y'all some more content of all these crappie fishing and really any kind of adventure that we seem to be on. So thanks for watching. Well, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like hit the like button, and thanks for watching.
Oh, you turned his head. I had to get down in there. Doubled up. Said I wanted 4. We need like one more catch. Spot. That's why they look big. Yeah.
Look what he just spit up. Is that an eel?
It's some kind of a fantail or something.
You can cook it now. It's all be scaled if you want to eat it. You're going to put it on a hook, aren't you?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be
It's
back.
a pointy nose. It's looking.
I know.
It's like a little.
That's why I said, is it an eel?
It's a fantail or eel.
It ain't a lamprey. It's got eyes.
No, you got a little mouth.
Here, show it.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. I was just going to show it to the camera.
Here, I get it.
No, don't. My dad lost his glasses doing that one time. And it's on video.
I got him right here.
Do you?
Can you grab it?
Look at that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I got the one here.
Yeah, show it to the camera though.
I learned that on there.
I think you put you back on the fish. Look at that spot spit out.
Oh, it's nasty looking. Got a little mouth like a sucker.
That's why I said it isn't an eel.
We got spit up an eel.
Whatever it was, he ate it.
You still got on that, just the white,
Yeah, I just got that white slab.
little chartreuse on it.
No.
Yeah, I got this. Oh no, I got that thing here. It's got a great big old head on it.
Come on, Jacob. I have to start. Oh, right in front of me. There we go. Suckle.
They just follow mine about 2 foot and stop.